There is an invisible architecture shaping the way you see, speak, and think. A force so subtle you forget it exists, yet it defines your memories, molds your identity, and guides your future. This force is language, not just the words you choose, but the very framework that gives rise to your thoughts. Every phrase you speak is a thread in the web of reality. Every sentence is a spell. We inherit language like a secret code passed through generations, never questioning its origin. We learn to speak before we learn to reflect. And so we enter into a contract written long before our birth, binding our perception to the assumptions embedded in words. We say, "I am tired." But what if those words don't just describe your condition? What if they reinforce it? What if your language is not just expressing your world, but constructing it? The tongue has no bones, yet it breaks hearts. It starts wars and signs peace. It moves people to tears, to love, to revolt. Words whisper into our subconscious, embedding commands, repeating loops, constructing belief systems. We internalize phrases like mantras. "I'm not good enough. That's just how I am. Life is hard." And these mantras, repeated often enough, begin to govern us like invisible laws. But it didn't begin here. Long before alphabets, long before ink on paper, language was vibration, sound, a force of nature. Ancient mystics believed the universe was spoken into existence. The Hebrews called it the Word of God. The Hindus chanted Om. The Egyptians etched symbols charged with meaning onto stone. To speak was to create. To utter was to summon. Spelling, quite literally, was spell casting. To this day, echoes of that ancient power remain. We still say we are under someone's spell. We describe someone as having a way with words. Poets, politicians, and prophets know the right phrase at the right time can alter the course of history. Words are not passive labels. They are active agents of influence. Every word you use either reinforces your freedom or your bondage. We often think of language as a mirror of thought, but what if it's the cage? What if your beliefs, your fears, your very sense of self are limited by the linguistic boundaries you've unknowingly accepted? Different cultures have words for emotions that don't exist in English. Some languages have no word for possession. Others have no future tense. Imagine how that changes your relationship to time, to ownership, to identity. When the words don't exist, the thoughts fade. When the thoughts fade, so does the possibility. In modern life, language is a battlefield. Politicians weaponize it, corporations market through it, algorithms amplify it. We are bombarded daily with phrases designed not to inform, but to influence. Headlines that trigger fear, slogans that sell certainty, labels that divide. And most of us absorb this barrage unconsciously, unaware of how each phrase plants a seed in the garden of the subconscious. But there's another side to this story. Language is not only a tool of control, it's also a path to liberation. When you become aware of the words you speak and hear, you begin to reprogram the operating system of your mind. You can rewrite the scripts. You can retell the story. Words can become medicine. Affirmations are not magic, but repetition is. The subconscious does not know sarcasm. It does not question, it obeys. Tell it, "I am becoming more alive each day," and it will listen. In moments of trauma, language often vanishes. We say, "I was speechless," or "there were no words." This is not just a figure of speech. It's the nervous system's reality. The body feels what the mind cannot yet name. But healing begins the moment we give language to the wound. To describe an emotion is to domesticate it, to tell the story is to become the author rather than the victim. Therapists know this. Shamans knew it too. The sacred ceremony, the talking circle, the ritual chant. These are linguistic technologies of the soul. Not all truths can be spoken. Some are felt, some are lived, and some vanish the moment you try to explain them. Mystics speak of the ineffable, the truth beyond words. Yet even they use language to point toward the unspeakable. The Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. Still we write, still we speak, because even imperfect language is a bridge, and every bridge invites crossing. We must learn to hold language with reverence, not fear. It is both weapon and tool, cage and key. We are not just speakers of words, we are shaped by them. And in being shaped, we shape in return. Every conversation you have is an act of creation. Every sentence is a spell you cast into the world. So speak with intention. Listen with curiosity. Question the words you've inherited and choose the ones that expand rather than shrink you. You are the custodian of your own voice. And your voice, when conscious, is sacred. The next time you say, "I am," remember what follows is not just a statement. It's a spell. Choose wisely.